What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, and we bring you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream over on Twitch at This Is Aftersound, so come by, say hello. We do giveaways every stream, and on the YouTube channel here, we do giveaways every week. And this is the video where we do those giveaways. So if you want to enter, all you have to do is leave your in-game username in the comment section. Your in-game username in your comment, and every week I go through, pick out my favorite comments. And I'm starting a trend here. I'm falling behind because this is supposed to be every Monday, but here we are Tuesday morning, and I am recording the video now. So I will try to get back to getting to these on Mondays, but just schedule-wise, it's been tough. I was traveling last week, and then this weekend just was rough for me. So here we are. I'm in the comment section. As you can see, the goal of this is not to go through my entire comment section. That would just be boring for the majority of people here. As you can tell, though, I do try and jump in here as much as I can and give responses. So what I'm going to do in these videos is just call out the ones that I've highlighted here using, I guess, the creator heart, or like the video creator heart. So if you have one of these next to your comment, I should have sent you some DEC. You should have it like hours before, not hours, but you should have it before this video even gets posted online. So hopefully everybody got theirs. If you didn't get yours, definitely let me know. But this is what I'm using to mark comments that are my favorites, right? And comments that I feel like deserve a little something. So just make sure if you are going to have, if you're going to leave a comment, leave your in-game username in every single comment. It's hard for me to remember, and some people, they comment multiple times, which I love. Thank you guys for being so engaged in the content. But just make sure to leave your in-game username. You know, it's not spammy because I'm asking you to do it, and it just helps me because I feel like there are a ton of comments that I've gone through, and if the in-game username wasn't in there, it's like, especially like this one here, Polyco, I can't send you anything, but I love your comment and wanted to continue the conversation. So let's get started. I'm only going to be covering these. And so Polyco, why is Chaos Legion selling cheaper than the voucher on Hive Market? Very simply, it's just the fact that the voucher gives you a chance of an airdrop. Each pack you buy using a voucher in the pre-sale is going to give you a 2% chance of getting the legendary airdrop card, right? And right now, I think the most recent info we have is that it's going to be Dr. Blight, a legendary neutral monster. So similar to what they did during the last time that had Chain Golem, another legendary neutral monster. Excuse me. So that's why there's a premium on it. And if you want to buy the pack in addition to the voucher, that's what you'll get. And if you buy 50 packs, right, then that 2% rounds up to 100%, and you are therefore guaranteed at least one. So, yeah, that's why the vouchers are more expensive. All right, Sinan, can you share your thoughts on renting and what you get in return for DEC? So for me, you know, rentals are just they're not profitable. I'm not smart enough to do it. There are people who are doing it, and maybe, you know, I don't know if you guys would like an interview, but maybe I can ask one of the folks who come on stream with me that are renting to get up to high silver or gold and earning it back. I would actually love to hear their strategies. So if that's something you guys want to hear, maybe we can set up a kind of interview thing where they go through their strategies if they're willing to share. I'm not going to force anybody to. All right. So Alex, do you think that card prices will drop after the launch of Chaos Legion? Because at the moment, I think they'll drop. And now I'm saving money. So my opinion on this is it's too difficult to tell. And it really just depends on what abilities and cards come out, because, you know, whatever kind of balancing they do is going to value higher or devalue some of the cards that we currently have. So right now, my focus is just on buying the cheap rewards cards. All right. So let's see. Where's the next one here? Dennis, interesting perspective. This was about the true APR percent of staking SPS. You know, their comment was just saying that it was helpful to be able to see it like that. And for me, you know, the main thing is that they are creating value, right? Actual tangible financial value for staking SPS outside of the ridiculous 50+% return that you get for staking it, right? So I don't think that's going to stop. I think that they are trying to get more people to stake. And as you can see, the number staked has gone up. The total number of SPS staked has continued to rise. All right. Okay. So see, there's a lot of great comments here. You guys don't just don't leave your username, so I'm not going to get into it. AJ, thank you so much for the tip on how to magic spam appropriately with the order. That's something I was struggling with, and I was losing games in such a silly manner. So if you guys want to see, you know, go into the comment section. Thank you, AJ, for that. All right, let's go up a little bit further. So Ardenek, yeah, Dice. So this was in reference to the 5 biggest takeaways, and specifically that DEC is going to get burned. So Ardenek was around when Dice came out, and those were available to purchase in DEC only, right? And so it sounds like that's what's going to be the case now. Although I don't know, they love SPS so much that they might just have it there. I do wonder if they will allow SPS as a purchase method, or if they will just require SPS staking in order to get early access to Riftwalkers when that comes out. Is it Riftwatchers? Riftwalkers? I keep forgetting. Sorry. And so the only thing, Ardenek, that I would say to that is, if you're familiar with DeFi or navigating around, some of the different exchanges, I would just buy DEC when it's required. Yes, there's a benefit to holding DEC for the airdrop now, but as you guys all know, I'm flipping my DEC back into cards. So, yeah, I would just buy DEC would be my strategy. But if you're holding DEC and taking advantage of the airdrop, more power to you. Okay, Matt Houston, I appreciate that you don't shill opium when it comes to DEC. And people should understand the risk if they're willing to hold onto large amounts. What I didn't hear you say is how Riftwatchers will help burn off and therefore draw down the value in DEC, similar to how Binance burns BNB quarterly. Now, there was something that you mentioned here, which I thought was a phenomenal observation, and that is if the team plans to release Riftwatchers, and you said Riftwatchers, so I'm going with it. It's Riftwatchers from now on. If the team can release it around the end of the airdrop, which will be the middle of next summer, that would actually be a good way to regulate DEC, right? Because we'll be burning a ton of DEC, and at that point, DEC would have been so inflationary that there's just going to be so much out there that we need it to burn. Because if I'm being honest with you guys, and I struggle to say this, right? But my fear, even though I'm totally bullish on the game, my fear is that DEC is actually going to drop below its peg once the airdrop is done. I just don't think there's going to be a demand for it. And people are going to be letting it go and getting rid of it. And there just won't be enough places to burn it. And because of this drastic literal cutoff date for when the airdrops ends, hopefully people will be finding ways to burn it, whether that's through guilds, whether that's through potions, whether that's through whatever the case is. But if Riftwatchers comes out around that time, then we'll be in a good spot. And I don't know what the timetable for Riftwatchers is right now, but we do know when the airdrop ends. And so it's one of those things where if the team actually decides to keep vouchers in for anything beyond like 5 million packs, right, and out of the total 15 million, that's like 5 months from now. That's going to go all the way to April. And then Chaos Legion will be open. And are they really going to release Riftwalkers right after that? Or Riftwatchers right after that? I don't know. That seems too close. But again, I don't know how any of this is going to play out. And nobody except for the team has their, has kind of the roadmap for when these things will be launching. But thank you again for that, Matt. All right, let's move a little bit further up. So BizDac, you said something here. Anything with self-heal ability will always be a must-buy, considering other splinters right now don't have that. And that just got me thinking about how most of the, not just self-heal, but like healing abilities, we're not going to be getting in higher levels. You don't see that in Untamed, and you're not seeing that in the CL rewards cards. So for modern format, part of me is thinking like, well, it should be leveling up cards, but maybe you're onto something here. Obviously, this video is talking about beta cards, right? And so you might be onto something where if you're playing in bronze or low silver, you just may not have access to any healing except if you have Venari Crystalsmith, which is the life rewards card that gets it at level 1. All right, let's continue going up. So gathering the magic, you said DEC will be burned in other ways that aren't revealed yet. They won't let it get out of control. Don't worry about DEC price crashing below peg. I appreciate your perspective because you're kind of giving the opposite opinion of me, and I I agree with you. I totally agree with you about them finding ways to burn DEC in other ways. So they won't let it get out of control, but at the same time, just understand that DEC being 11 to almost 15x at one point above its peg was them, in my opinion, letting it get out of control. And out of control in the sense where they just said, like, literally, like, the market will dictate it, right? And so if they can allow the market to dictate it up 15x, yes, it'll be tough for DEC to go below its peg, and they'll probably try to find ways to help mitigate that. But they might just say the market is the market, right? And so the market, or not the market, but the algorithm behind DEC will at some point regulate itself appropriately. So we'll see. Sandy Crow, your name is your in-game username is Zenzi. So you bought Ulrich 2 days ago and wanted to buy a Twisted Jester as well, but had no money. It looks like you're saving up. And then you say that my video was pumping the price. I appreciate that so much, but this channel is tiny, so I, at least compared to some of the other channels out there, so I highly doubt that I'm the one pumping up the price. I think we just have a ton of new players coming in and a limited amount of cards. So grab them while you can. All right, Daniel. This is brutal for me. My go-to deck is Earth, and I rely heavily on Wood Nymph. This is about the modern format tank healers. So, I actually, I bought a Wood Nymph just for that, because I realized how OP Wood Nymph is in being able to counter magic spams with Mustang, and then being able to have someone who can heal. And if you have like Myla or something, it just makes your deck super OP for Earth, especially in Bronze. So, I don't know what's going to happen in CL, but I grabbed one, even though it's not technically modern format available. So I think that there will be plenty of opportunities to play in wild format, and in, maybe just like we see Untamed only tournaments right now, there might be a place where we get to play only like CL tournaments or other events that'll come up. I think as the player base expands, so will the breadth of like events that are based around this. So all right, Zach Howard, this is a long one, so I'm not going to read the entire thing. And no, this is not Zach this is not Zach bashing the team. In fact, he's saying that he doesn't disagree with the team patching up the exploits, but there is a legitimate fear of, like, if this continues, will they bump it up to Silver 3 or Silver 1 or up to Gold, right? That we're talking about the rewards nerfs. I don't think that that's the case. I think that there was a very specific thing done between Bronze 3 and Bronze 2. Bronze 3, you just need no power, like literally 0 power. Bronze 2, you need 1,000 power. So, as Yabamat was saying, in order to get 1,000 power, you then need to be a part of the game economy, right? Like, you could have an unlimited number of Bronze 3 players or Bronze 3 accounts that never have to participate in the in-game economy. They just literally keep going. So it makes sense to me that they would just nerf this for Bronze 3 because there's no power requirement. After that, at the end of the day, there is a limited amount of power in the entire game, right? More and more power comes out with each new set, each new expansion. But at the same time, the player base also grows, and right now it's growing exponentially. So that power gets divided up between a lot of people. And so even if you want to have, even if you are a whale with a huge bot army, you're still going to need to own the assets. You can no longer just pay the $10 and that's the end of it. You now need to buy a card and then have that card delegated to an account, meaning that card is now out of circulation, meaning that there's a limited amount of cards, and therefore the price of cards continues to go up. So what do they say, and what have they been saying in the AMAs? Their goal is to protect the value of the in-game assets. The cards being at the top of that list right now land eventually, right? So this is how they're doing it. And I think I don't see it going higher than Bronze 2. It could potentially, right? And they might find other ways to tweak things. But that threshold between Bronze 3 and Bronze 2 is unique in the sense that it goes from literally 0 to 1, right? Literally zero power needed to at least something there. But great call out, great comment. So Daily Bread Consultancy is tough, just grinding a $10 account, and it keeps getting harder and harder. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. But here's the thing. 1 month into that $10 journey, and granted, I started, just maybe a week or two before the initial bronze nerfs. And in 1 month, I was able to turn $10 into $80, right? $80+, and that might have even gone up further now. So I can't wait to see what this account looks like in 3-6 months, maybe a year, because it's the snowball effect, right? Everything just continues to compound. As I get higher and higher CP, I get better and better cards. I get more and more from potentially renting those cards out. Right now, I'm getting the benefit of the airdrop, but, I guess we'll see. All right, so let's see here. I don't know if we're coming up towards the end, but this is a great comment. So Thomas Florentino, thank you for this. One thing you did, I believe, you called me out on missing a huge part of the October updates for DEC rewards. So not only was it the Bronze 3 getting removed from DEC rewards, but also we were going from CP squared to CP cubed, which means the reward pools are going to be even more skewed to the higher collection power, the higher leagues, right? Great call. And as you said here, this doesn't bother you because you're in it for the long term, and I'm in it for the long term. So ultimately, I want to be able to get up to those levels. It sucks that it will hurt me even in silver right now, but I cannot fault the team in the game for rewarding players who have invested in the assets. That's just what it comes down to. Either invested in the assets by buying them or invested in the assets by renting and being a dedicated, committed player, right? And being part of the economy. So we will see. Hopefully, as the game grows, the value continues to increase. Make Inu was letting me know that in Bronze 2 right now we're getting 2 to 3 DEC per win. Bronze 1 is 4 to 5 DEC, and I would say in Silver I'm probably getting around Silver 3. I'm probably getting about 10 DEC per win, except my my ECR is just always so trash because I can't stop playing. All right, Hipster Danger. I don't like renting, so I've been buying mostly, and they're at 8K CP now. Ooh. You know what? I responded here, but you did leave an in-game username. So let me get, I'll send you some DEC as well. And let's see, I think that's it. I don't know if there's anything else because some of these are from more recently, so I'm going to save them for next week's video. Let me just scroll up. Oh, no, Gathering the Magic. Renting power to get to silver and got a Venari Wavesmith in my daily chest. Congratulations. I have thankfully gotten a couple in my grind account, which I am super grateful for. See here, someone else said Riftwalkers. So now I've seen Riftwalkers and Rift Watchers. I don't know. I'll have to double check on the on Splinter cards and see. All right, this is 2 days ago, and I believe I stopped about here. So this will all be saved for next week's video. Thank you everybody again for taking the time to comment. I mean, we've grown this channel now from essentially nothing to a solid community here. So I appreciate each and every one of you for being a part of this journey with me and a part of this community. And, hopefully the DEC that I send you guys is, I hope it serves you well, whether that's for a rental or towards airdrops, or if you can buy a card, whatever the case is. Hope it serves you well. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you are finding the content on this channel helpful and valuable, please consider liking and subscribing. It's a free and easy way to support the channel. But for everybody else, I will see you in the next video, and I'll see you in the game. All right, have a good one.